Farting. We all do it. But what if you farted so much you saved the world? Huh? What is that? Not possible? Oh, well, I have a story for you. Let me tell you a story about a boy named Patrick. In a movie that was a box office flop, hated by critics, but loved by fans alike. This is Thunderpants. Thunderpants starts where everything does. At childbirth. And apparently Patrick had been filling his mom up with gas, so much so that when he was ready to be born, he launched out of his mom's... You know. He came flying out, Hail Mary style. Luckily, the doctor has hands like Odell and catches him with ease. After the happy family get together, they take the baby home and they find out that their baby farts a lot. And they find out that farting can be very annoying and somewhat dangerous sometimes. They tried many solutions to get him to stop. They tied a trash bag to his butt, but that didn't really work. Next, they tried attaching a tube to his butt that led to the outside, and that worked for a while until... After multiple visits to the hospital and tons of farting, the dad divorces his mom because his son farts a lot.
Honey, I can't do this anymore. We have to get a divorce. I have to get out of here.
What? Why?
I've broken 36 bones, popped 15 blood vessels. I've been in 57 fart explosions. 57 fart explosions. I've been airlifted to 10 different hospitals. I've been in an ambulance 33 times. And we are going bankrupt from hospital bills because our 2-year-old son can't stop shitting his pants. Ow.
Causing his mom to become an alcoholic and his whole family to hate him. Just because he farts a lot. Patrick finally gets old enough to go to school, which I'd imagine goes very well.
Wasn't a good start. All the kids pointed and shouted. On set 1.
Luckily, Patrick makes a friend. His name is Alan, and yes, he is Ronald Weasley from Harry Potter. Oh, Rupert Grint. The reason why Alan can stand Patrick's flatulence is because he cannot smell. He was born without the sense of smell, so it's like a match made in heaven. He farts a lot, he can't smell it, best friends. We soon learn that Patrick's dream is to go to space. That's not likely because of the farting problem he has. So he decides to ask his friend Alan to help him overcome this little issue that they have. And after a long night of inventing, he gets his glorious Thunderpants. The Thunderpants catches his fart and they send it to this lunchbox, which can hold up to like a day's worth of farts or something like that. I think that's what he says. And then they put the lunchbox in this machine, which converts his farts into energy. I forgot to mention that Alan's biggest dream is to create a plane that can fly without an engine. Keep that in mind. That's pretty important. So Patrick is now normal-ish. He has to walk around in these like ugly ass pants for the rest of his life. He also has to use this one machine to get rid of all his farts. So he's kind of stuck in his hometown. So I guess that's the sacrifice he has to make for no more bullies and less farting.
All right, fart boy. What's for lunch then? This had better be jam smash.
Yikes. Hope he's a reasonable human and just lets him go. What was that? Oh, he's not. And he got the whole school to rip Patrick's pants to shreds? Oh, okay, so he's not reasonable. Luckily, Alan is a great friend and makes him another pair of pants the same day. These are even stronger and bully-proof. But in the same conversation, Patrick is telling Alan about his dreams of going to space. But Alan pretty much says he won't make it because of...
Why, to be an astronaut, you need training. You need to be at a physical peak. You need to have passed exams at the highest levels.
Yeah, Patrick, you're just fat, stupid, lazy, and smelly. You'll never make it to space. Now scram! Obviously, Alan didn't mean it this way, but that's how Patrick took it. And I don't blame Patrick for taking it that way, because he did say it in kind of a tone that did sound like that's kind of what he meant. It was a bit harsh. We then learned that Patrick farts a lot because he has 2 stomachs. And the doctor gives Patrick false hope by saying he has a gift. I didn't mention this. Earlier in the movie, this famous singer dude comes to their school. He starts singing his little opera thing, and Patrick ruins it by farting in the middle of it. But with Patrick's newfound confidence in his gift, he decides he's gonna give the guy a visit for some reason. And so he goes to this music school the guy owns, and he stands outside and he farts a high note for some reason. Well, I guess you can call it a whistle note. What is the fart? Silent ninja fart, ninja silent ninja. There's one with the ninja word in it. But he farts so high-pitched that he actually shatters the glass and impresses the singer guy. And is that Keira Knightley in the background? How did she sneak in this movie? After that, Patrick tells Alan about his 2 stomachs right before a no-engine flying competition. And this gives Alan an idea. It's the day of the competition, and the famous singer guy is back again, and he's a judge for this competition. After a few little lame shitter inventions of people trying to fly, including a guy who just taped wings to his arms, I don't know why he thought that would work, we get to see the best invention ever created. Thunderpants 2. And using the absolute demolishing power of Patrick's ass, they are the one and only team to be able to lift something off the ground and fly it to the finish line. There's no way this kid doesn't have like internal bleeding or hemorrhoids after this. Look at this kid's strain. There is going to be something wrong with him. He looks like me after a long night of eating Taco Bell. While they were flying to the finish line, one of the tubes came loose and started like flapping around. But as it was loose and flapping around, it was hitting that high note, the one high note that guy heard that one time. So he immediately puts that high note to that kid's ass. And after the race, he gives Patrick an amazing offer. Also, Alan has been watched by the Secret Service agents the whole movies, and they have big plans for him that are going into effect right now. There's also this funny scene where Patrick gets revenge on his bully by just shitting his pants in front of him. Shitting so much that he almost kills him and starts chasing him around the town. And once he corners him, he lets the demons out.
You're a freak! No!
That's some shit you'd see in like Naruto choke slamming somebody to the ground and then the big shockwave. It was also so big, they probably smelled it in Australia.
Do you smell that? Smell what? Smells kind of like shit. Yeah. Weird.
After he gets done bullying his bully, he goes to spend some time with Alan, and he sees him being taken away by the Secret Service agents. So he decides to ask Alan's dad where he's going. Oh my God, they look just alike. Also, Alan's last name is Alan, and his middle name starts with an A. So his name is Alan A. Allen. Did they name this kid Alan? Anyways, Alan is forever gone now. You'll never see him again. Unless the music guy comes and picks up Patrick for a world tour. But Patrick didn't know about it, so he just came up and was like, hey kid, you're coming on tour with me. And Patrick was just like, okay, and then left. Like, did he even ask his mom? I feel like his mom would have something to say about it.
Hey mom, I'm just gonna go on tour with this random guy I just met, if that's okay. What? No, he would have to deal with your constant farting all the time. Yeah, you can go. Here's your bag. And here's your toothbrush. And here's toilet paper just in case you shit your pants. Oh, I'll miss you dearly, son, please.
Anyways, the guy that he's been helping has been called the number 2 tenor in the world, and he hates being number 2. But with Patrick's help and his butthole, he is now the number 1 tenor in the world. He helped him achieve this just by farting the high note at the end of his opera show. And while he is at this opera show and traveling the world, he's also looking for his friend Alan, because he doesn't know where he's at. He just knows he's not in that country anymore. The new number 2 obviously doesn't like being dethroned, so he's going to try everything in his power to get back to number 1. So he decides to sabotage everything by giving him with the... Wait, what is that? No, it can't be. That's not... I can't escape it. I'll have to re-record that one. So apparently this poison that he puts in this pudding makes him fart even louder. Makes him fart so loud that it ruins the immersion of the show. He can't hit the high note. And also causes this to happen.
He needs some milk!
So yeah, he dies, the opera singer guy gets outed as a fraud, and Patrick gets sent to jail. And out of all that, nothing prepared me for what happens next in the movie.
Take aim.
He gets sent to death row over an accidental thing that he didn't even cause. There was a whole scene where he was in a court case and pretty much everybody is against him in this court case. His teacher, his bully, obviously, the singer guy that brought him on tour, the man who forced him to do it. But keep the court bit in mind and keep those people in mind. It's gonna come back later. As he's lined up about to get turned into John Marston from Red Dead Redemption, the US government saves him. Red, white, and blue, baby, let's go, USA, USA. Also, the secret agent's name is Johnson J. Johnson. So now I see the joke and it took me 2 watches to find out the joke. Let's see if anybody else has like a name like that. Let's see. Oh, the new number 2. His name is Placido P. Placido. Great. I missed another one. Awesome. I need to pay more attention to names. The Secret Service agents take Patrick back to America to help no one other than Alan. Alan explains that the government needed him to help them figure out how to get people to space to save these people that have been stuck up there for about 30 days. They needed to get up there without the possibility of an engine failing, so they needed his help. Hence why Alan got picked out of all those people that made the flying machine work. But the only reason why his machine worked was because Patrick's farting helped them get liftoff. So they need Patrick's ass to boost the rocket into space. So both of their dreams are coming true at the same time. Alan is making an engineless spacecraft, and Patrick gets to go to space. So it's a win-win. But I do have to point out that literally 5 minutes ago in the movie, Patrick was almost turned into Swiss cheese. And now his dream is coming true, so I call that character development. Patrick meets the head of the government, and apparently he's from the South based on this flag right here. But this guy has high hopes for Patrick. Clearance on everything in the United States. Okay, this is the funniest part of the movie to me. Apparently, Americans are so stupid that even the people at NASA don't even run NASA. They need little kids to help them build rocket ships and do all the math and stuff for them. And the actual workers, like the adults of NASA, just look for smart kids so they can hire the smart kids to make rocket ships for them at NASA. If that was real, I would actually believe it. Like, makes sense. So apparently they were trying to not bring Patrick to USA. They built an engine that looked just like his stomach, but the engine failed. So they just figured, let's just get the real thing. That's why they brought Patrick along. So they built him basically a toilet attached to a rocket. And you'll never guess the name of this machine. Go ahead, give it a guess. Time's up. It's Thunderpants 3. If you didn't guess that, you're fucking stupid. It also leads to this funny scene. I also want to point this out. This boy went to court, lost his case, was on death row, about to fucking die, was saved, brought to America, is told he's becoming an astronaut, did a 12-year course in 2 years, and if you don't believe me, here's a scene saying that.
You've done a 12-year training course in 2.5 hours.
Is going to space and meets the president, all in the same day. I barely wrote the script in 2 days. I can't even do that in 1 day. Now that he's strapped to the rocket ship, one of the dumb, stupid American adults lets us know that there's an 80% chance it's going to explode. An 80% chance. He's just letting these people know that this 12-year-old British kid is going to die. I don't see why more kids run our country, dude. Adults suck. But I guess if you build a rocket ship in 1 day, that's kind of what's going to happen anyways, so it kind of makes sense. Anyways, I let Patrick know that he's possibly going to die, and because Patrick is an absolute G, he decides to stay on the ship and continue the mission to save the other astronauts. So Patrick was once this spoopy pants little shitter kid. Now he's the hero of the world in just a few hours. And I applaud this movie for making a wonderful tale about a kid overcoming his problem and using it to his advantage. Or maybe the writers just thought it would be funny to make a movie about a kid who farts a lot.
Ew, warn us next time, Thunderpants. Hey, wouldn't it be funny if we made a movie about a kid that just farts a lot? Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Yeah, the credits, every single person in the court case that was against Patrick are in the credits talking about how much of a great person he is and how they actually loved him the whole time that they were together. His bully, his teacher, the singer guy, the only one that keeps it real is his sister who says this.
You know, I don't see what the fuss is about. All he did was fart.
She speaks the actual truth. And also props to his dad for not coming back even after his son was successful. That was Thunderpants. I hope you enjoyed this one. I really enjoyed this one. It's also free on YouTube, just like my last video. And if you want to watch that video, go check that out. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching it all the way through. I love you so much. And peace.